Look at how happy Adam Schefter is right there. He's pumped because he's about to give you all some fantastic news. That's what we're talking about on the top half of today's show. And then on the back half, could Baltimore be trading for Jalen Ramsey? I know we've talked about this already this week. We talked about it on Tuesday night. However, there have been some new things that have come out. Some NFL insiders maybe think that Jalen Ramsey could be a phenomenal fit in Baltimore. We'll break down everything they had to say and go into much more detail on the back half of today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you guys, before we go any further, hit that subscribe button if you haven't joined us yet right here on the Ravens Rundown. We are in a month-long AFC North sub-battle, and currently we sit in third place behind the Steelers and the Browns. The good thing is, only 14 subs behind first place, alrighty? So if you guys haven't yet, hit that sub button, lock us in, and help us move to the top of the AFC North, because I can't look at my bosses, I can't look at my coworkers and tell them that we're third place? No, we're not. We're first. You know it. I know it. You guys help me out by hitting that sub button. Alrighty, let's start this one out with Adam Schefter's update. This actually comes from a Baltimore Sun article. Brian Wacker was the editor of this article, the writer, and he said this. ESPN insider Adam Schefter says the Ravens finalizing a contract extension for Lamar Jackson in the near future is a no-brainer. That's what I'm talking about. And this is fantastic news, okay? This is something that I've been wanting for the entirety of the offseason. If you look back to the day after the playoff game, I made a video, right? It was called My Perfect Offseason Plan. And in that perfect offseason plan, extending Lamar Jackson was on that. Because I got two reasons why I love it so much. Number one, you keep him as a Raven for life. And who does not want Lamar Jackson to be a Raven for life? He means so much to this team. He means so much to this franchise. He means so much to these fans. He means so much to the city. You have to keep him in Baltimore because he's a guy that's so phenomenal. He gives you a chance every single year. You could win a Super Bowl every single year with Lamar Jackson as your quarterback. And he lies there? I don't think so. Number two, the extension helps his cap hits. This is the biggest reason, in my opinion, to get that extension done. $43 million cap hit in 2025. That sounds like a lot. It is a lot, but it's nothing compared to what his 2026 and 2027 numbers are. $74 million. Just him. It's like a quarter of the cap for the next couple of years. And if you extend him, you save $15 million this year. I'll take that chunk of change. Ravens right now, bottom 10 in salary cap, just a little bit over $12 million. And then in 2026, you save $40 million. And then in 2027, another $40 million onto that. Like, do you need to process that? Do you need to think about it more? Or can we just go ahead and sign on the dotted line? Alrighty? And this is where I go to you guys. I want you guys to make the call. If you were Eric DeCosta, if you were Steve Bisciotti, if you were calling the shots, how much would you pay Lamar Jackson? Okay? I'll give you how much I think he's going to make in just a couple of seconds, but I want to hear from y'all first. If you were cashing the checks, what would they be? Let me know right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was a lot like Josh Allen's, okay? Josh Allen just got a contract extension a couple of months ago, and I think they're very comparable quarterbacks. Sure, Josh Allen has the better playoff record. Sure, he just beat Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, won his first MVP, yada, yada. He shouldn't have. I don't even want to talk about that. But, they're still very comparable, in my opinion. This is Allen's deal. 6 years, $330 million total, an average of $55 million a year, but that guaranteed money is a lot higher, $250 million, okay? And I think if you look at that deal, Lamar's easily worth that. I wouldn't mind one bit if you bumped up the average a little bit, bumped up the guaranteed, kept it 6 years and said, okay, let's roll, let's go win a Super Bowl by the time this next contract is up. Because if you look right now how the league sits in the quarterback, paying department, Dak Prescott's in first, $60 million deal. You got 4 quarterbacks tied at second. Which one of those guys doesn't fit? Oh, yeah, that one's obvious. Trevor Lawrence. Lamar Jackson's right down there at 9. Now, he's only $8 million off number 1, which isn't that much money when talking about contracts. But also, Dak's deal is a strange one to me. 4 years, 240 total, averages $60 million a year. His total is less. His guarantee is less. Sure, the years are less as well than Josh Allen, but also, I don't expect Lamar to get 60. If Lamar gets 60, that's fine. I would expect him to get more years, a little less money, and a little more guarantee. All right? And honestly, at the end of the day, anything Lamar wants, give it to him. Don't even think twice about it. Just do it. What are we waiting on? What else do we need to see? I get it. You wish the playoff record was a little bit better. You and me both, kid. But also, it's not like the defense has helped him much over the past couple of years when it comes to the postseason. 0 turnovers forced. I get it. He's had some turnovers to his name in the postseason, but still, come on. He gives you a chance every single year to win a Super Bowl. And this last year, it was one of the best seasons a quarterback has ever had. I still cannot believe he didn't win MVP with a 66.7% completion percentage, 4,000 passing yards, 41 passing touchdowns, and just 4 interceptions. It was a masterpiece. I was so happy and thankful to be able to watch it all. And now I want to watch it all for the next 6 years. Guaranteed. Alrighty? Not the money, but just guaranteed he'll be here for the next 6 years. Coming up, we got a little bit of smoke on a Jalen Ramsey trade. Like I said off the top, we talked about this Tuesday night, but as of recent discussions, as of recent little news clippings, things might be a little bit different. You know what else is different? Game Time, because they're different than all the other competitors they have, because they're just far better. Alrighty? Only ticketing app I have. It's the only ticketing app you should have as well. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of the Ravens Rundown. And what I love about Game Time is they provide the easiest way to get tickets on short notice. You can save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, etc. I know Baltimore doesn't have a basketball team, but the playoffs are here, and it doesn't matter who you cheer for. Being in the building in that electric playoff atmosphere gives you memories you'll never forget for the rest of your life. Easy to find and buy basketball tickets and tickets for every kind of event in your area. Game Time has an awesome feature. It's called Zone Deals, and Game Time Zone Deals allows customers to purchase tickets for a general area of a venue rather than specific seats, offering potential discounts and flexibility for last-minute ticket buyers. I don't know who you guys like. I don't know who you cheer for when it comes to basketball. I'm a Mavs fan, if I'm being totally honest. R.I.P. Luka. But if you're a New York Knicks fan, if you're a Celtics fan, you've got a lot of great playoff basketball to look forward to. And you can use our friends at Game Time to get you in the venue. You just click on whatever game you want to go to. You get the overview of the seats. Then you pick on which seat you want. Bada bing, bada boom. You're looking exactly at what you'll be seeing from your seat so you know nothing's blocking your way. And then you're checking out. Make sure you use our code ChatSports. $20 off your first purchase. Do not forget that. That's the whole reason you should be hanging out with us. Watch us right here is to get this little luxury item on top of everything. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Create an account and use code ChatSports for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It is game time. So an NFL insider on ESPN yesterday said that Jalen Ramsey would be, quote, phenomenal as a Baltimore Raven. And I don't necessarily disagree with this take, but here's more from Marcus Spears, the former LSU defensive tackle. He's a great pro, now with ESPN. Here's what he had to say about the possible trade for the all-pro corner. Jalen Ramsey, I truly feel, still can be a championship piece. Baltimore, they're a team that has always welcomed veterans that have played at a high level, the secondary and wide receiver spot, but they would need help at that position. Jalen would be absolutely phenomenal across from Marlon Humphrey. And I couldn't agree more, honestly, Marcus, if I tried to. Because if you look and think about this cornerback room, got a massive question mark. A massive question mark with Chidobe Awuzie, DJ Tampa. You're solid with Nate Wiggins. Extremely solid with Marlon Humphrey. But who's going to be that other guy? Are you confident in Cheeto or TJ? Because I'm not sure if I am. Now, if TJ ends up winning the job and he proves throughout training camp, no matter who you draft, he's the guy, then I'm confident in him. But, I don't know how confident I feel about rolling into a season with a second-year player who really didn't play much in year one. And the trade would not be that egregious either, okay? Jalen Ramsey for a fifth-round pick. Now, it's that cheap because you'd have to pay him a lot of money, and we'll look over the contract details in just a minute. But, honestly, that's less than you probably thought it was. It's less than I thought it was. Maybe it's a fourth-round pick. I still would make that either way, and it's going to be a 2026 draft pick because if they make it this draft, they have to take on more money as contract. Alrighty? So here's the idea. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Would you accept this trade? If you would, give me an A for accept in the comment section down below. And if you wouldn't, no worries about it. Go ahead and give me a D for decline. But a little bit of a twist with that, you have to tell me why. Let me know in the comment section down below. Let's look at Ramsey's last 4 seasons. A little bit of a step back in 2024. 60 tackles, 11 pass breakups, 2 interceptions. Honestly, his time in Miami has not been anything real special. When he was with Los Angeles, though, he was one of the best cornerbacks in all of football. You look at his past 2 years, his last 2 years with the Rams, 3rd out of all corners in PFF grades, and then 1st out of all corners in 2021 in PFF grade. And then 2020, 9th, top 10. He went 3 years in a row where he was a top 10 corner by PFF measures, okay? And that's something I look at and say, sweet, I could take that. Think about how many chunk plays that this team gave up in 2024. Think about how many times you looked at Brandon Stephens laying there on the ground, basically being a piece of burnt toast, and said something needs to change. That something could be Jalen Ramsey. However, it's not as easy as just trading for him because money, 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 as always. His current cap hit is $16.7 million. The new team cap hit in 2025 would be $9.82, so far less. However, that new team cash, which you would owe him, is $21.10 million. And then his cap hit bumps up to $18.2 million in 2026. I've got a couple of thoughts on Jalen Ramsey. I could truly go either way on if this happens or not. If he's brought in, then I'm saying let's go. Right? This team's in win now mode. Let's go win us a Super Bowl. But if you pass on him, I'm kind of like, you know what? That's a fine call. Go save some money, right? You don't have a ton of cap space right now. You would if you have a Lamar Jackson extension. But still, go save some money. You got a lot of young players you need to pay. And that's the big thing is they've got some big upcoming extensions. Tyler Linderbaum, Kyle Hamilton, both of them could be done in the next couple of weeks. By May 1st, they need to decide whether their 5th-year options will be taken. Okay? Lamar Jackson, now we started this thing off. They think that contract extension is coming soon. And then Derrick Henry, I would not be surprised if he gets a little $4 million extra tacked onto his $8 million salary, gets another year or two bump. So you have moves you need to make. You also have other young players you could need to pay in the next couple of years. Paying Jalen Ramsey, a cornerback who's digressed a little bit, $21 million, I could talk myself out of it. Make sure you guys talk yourself in to hanging out with us every single day right here on the Ravens Rundown. We give you a video every single day, sometimes twice a day. It's the best place that you could be if you love the Baltimore Ravens. So lock us in right now. Hit that subscribe button.